Dry as hell? Or is that a scale? No. Looks like a medieval jail. What? What is on the bottom of that? Move in! It's a little soggy. Why am I eating it again? All the lotion in the ocean couldn't bring these hands back to life. Dry skin season is all year round, baby. Welcome back to another episode of the series I like to call Never Have I Ever, which is where I go to food places. Yeah, that's what they're called. Restaurants, drive-thrus, fast food joints. And I try things off the menu that I normally wouldn't, because I know I won't like it, and the ingredients suck. Or because I know what I like on their menu, so why try new stuff when stuff I like's still good? Today we're doing a place that I personally have beef with, and not just because it's in their hamburgers. It's White Castle. Let's go over some fun facts. This is personally my favorite part of the video because I just find it so interesting that you could research these restaurants and learn the ins and outs of how they became what they become. I don't know what's going on with my speech patterns today. White Castle is an American regional hamburger chain, and it's credited as the world's first burger chain, which I didn't know. And you'd think because they started as the first that they would be like the top dogs now, which is not the case when you got McDonald's. And there's 345 locations in 14 states. There's a couple international, primarily in the Midwest and the New York metropolitan area. Most of them are located in Illinois, which is probably why I thought there was a bunch of them, but they're really just around me. So if you've never heard of White Castle, don't feel bad. White Castle was founded on September 13th, 1921 in Wichita, Kansas by Billy Ingram. He's known as the father of fast food, and Walter Anderson. Now, Billy Ingram, this guy, his real name is Edgar Waldo Billy Ingram. He was working as a reporter on cattle or something in Colorado where he grew up, and then he moved to Wichita to become a real estate agent. But that didn't happen. Walter Anderson was already a burger shop owner in Wichita, and Walter was credited as one of the first people to flatten the burgers. Otherwise, they were just cooking burgers in a ball, I guess? I don't know, they've been flattening burgers for so long, I thought that's just how they did it. Anderson was opening his 4th location for a burger joint or restaurant, so Ingram met him, said, "This is great, let me join in." He invested $700 and they formed White Castle. So that was 1921. In 1933, Ingram bought out Anderson and expanded. White Castle is best known for their sliders. Yes, and it's different, slightly different than a hamburger. So a slider is a beef patty, in this case square beef patty, steam grilled on a bed of onions and topped with cheese, and they also steam the bun on top of the patty. I think it's actually really interesting how they cook the food. They put 5 holes in the burgers. You're trying to fit a round peg in a square hole, literally. They've been doing that since 1954, and it helps it cook faster. That was started by Earl Howell. Good job, Earl. Hope you got paid for that. The original slider cost 5 cents. Are you kidding? In 2014, Time magazine named White Castle sliders the most influential burger of all time. So then a slider versus a burger. A slider is different because it's smaller and because of what it's cooked with. Is about all the research I could do, and then I started getting confused. It was a little over my head. It's called White Castle because white is supposed to stand for cleanliness and clean, and castle is supposed to stand for strength and stability. And I mean, it's been around for a long time, so I guess they got the name right. Back in the day, in the 20s, beef had a bad rep for being unsafe and unsanitary to eat. So they were trying to turn around people's opinions for the better. I don't know about today, but back when it started, they were super into the cleanliness. The people that worked there had to wear all white, the crisp, clean uniforms. I read something that they were ageist. All the workers were between 18 and 24. You had to have clean hairstyles. They even couldn't have bad breath. They were super into the cleanliness and the look, the presentation. The logo was partially inspired by the Chicago Water Tower, and this is their logo over the years. They pretty much use the same font. I kind of like them. The current CEO is Lisa Ingram, so she is the great-granddaughter of Bill. They keep it in the family. And to attest to that, they do not franchise White Castles, and they really don't have that many locations. You can't just be oh, I want to own a White Castle, I'm going to buy one. No. You have to jump through a lot of hoops. They have not zoning regulations, but all these, I can't even imagine what a contract with that would look like, but they've kept it really close to the family. And also I read that they try and keep the locations of the White Castles near the facilities where they get the ingredients. There's a movie that came out in 2004, a stoner movie called Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. It made $23 million in the box office. It was filmed in Canada, which is funny because there's no White Castles in Canada. And also Cal Penn, who's one of the main characters in the movie, he's a vegetarian, so he didn't even eat White Castle burgers in the movie. It was supposed to originally be Harold and Kumar Go to Krispy Kreme, and then Krispy Kreme kind of backed out of the deal. White Castle looked at the idea for the movie as almost a love letter to people going to White Castle late at night, the crave that people get for White Castle that they have to go get it. Now, because White Castle seems predominantly in the Midwest, you can try White Castle. You can get them frozen at supermarkets in all 50 states. So, if you watch this video and you're I have no idea what this place is, I don't get it, what's the big deal, try it for yourself. Okay, that's it for the fun facts. Now let me get into my beef with White Castle. Usually in this portion of the video I would tell you what I get, But I don't go to White Castle. I've been there once and never went back. It was 2005. I was about 10 years old. Me, my brother, and my mom were coming back from a road trip. My brother demanded, begged, pleaded with the car, somehow 1 against 2, to go to White Castle for lunch on the way home from this road trip. We walked in, and I just, like, didn't get what was going on. We ordered these little sliders that were, like, the greasiest little hamburger that I've ever had, and no one told me they had onions on them, and maybe a pickle was thrown in there. No one told me. So I hated the food. It was so greasy, and I completely wrote off White Castle ever since. So not only does the food today have to be good, but it has to wow me to become a fan of White Castle. Which I just want to also point out that I have never ever been on another road trip, a field trip, late night coming home from the bars. No one I know has ever eaten or suggested we eat at White Castle, which I think is weird. It almost sounds like it's a fake thing. It almost sounds like a mirage. We're in the desert. White Castle itself feels like an obscure Olympic sport. Like, oh, ping pong gymnastics. And you're like, how long has that been in the Olympics? They're like, oh, it's been around for like 100 years. And you're like, and then there's like a whole culture about it. No one ever watches it and they don't even broadcast. That's how White Castle feels. No one talks about it. No one goes there. But I see them. They're around. I've been talking enough. Let's go try White Castle. Looks like a medieval jail. I cannot pinpoint like where their menu is. It's like they threw all the options they could have on a menu in a hat and just shook them around. I was like, oh, they just picked them out. They're like, we'll do parfaits and fish nuggets. Like, also like the way they have the buildings. Once it's a White Castle, it's a White Castle forever. Like it is, it would be so hard to repurpose this building. It looks like it's made with dominoes.
Just 1 moment, please.
Oh, you're good. I need a couple of things. The chicken, the ranch ones of the spicy 1921 waffle slider. Can I do the fish gooey butter? Thank you, you too. My car reeks of fish. The fish has already taken over the car. People like give her hot box to car. No, I straight up tilapia did. It just reeks of fish sticks. Okay, here's the deal. They got a big parking lot. There's only 2 cars in the lot, and one of them had eyelashes on it. The car had eyelashes. While I was waiting in line 10 minutes approximately for the food, the sign out front said, guess what? We are open. Which I think is supposed to play that they're open 24/7, but to me it read like, listen, we've had a gas leak, the main pipe broke, we got sewage in the fryer, but guess what? We are open! If a restaurant as a whole could give you an ick, this one does it for me. I'm hoping this bag of food turns that around. White Castle. Plain packaging. We're not judging on packaging. I just like to comment on it. The total for everything I got today was $21.77. And I usually don't get the meals. I just get like a straight up this. So $21.77 for 7 items is not bad. It's like $3 and some change for each item. What concerns me more is I'm customer 164. It's 6 p.m. I mean, when does that reset? Did that reset at 4 o'clock? Or am I the 164th customer this week? Thank you. Now serving anything, anytime, including all day breakfast. Okay, let's dig in. I also thought that just reeks of butter. I also thought the colors were yellow and blue. It's orange and blue. I think I just burnt my nostril hair. I got this thing called chicken rings. They're chicken fingers. Don't come in a finger. They don't come in a long. They come in a ring for who knows how long and for who knows what reason. I got the buffalo and I got the ranch. This was a 6-pack of these. They're both $3.39. This is dusted with ranch in a way that it looks like an oversized Cheerio that rolled under your couch and got into a little bit of the dandruff that you shake off every time you sit down. This is a ranch chicken ring. They're hella flat too. I wouldn't order these. I wouldn't seek these out because, listen, I eat chicken fries and chicken strips and chicken fingers, chicken tenders, chicken bites. I don't think you should be putting chicken in a circle form. Always put chicken in a long form, a long shape. You know what? These aren't bad. The seasoning on this tastes like seasoning you put on popcorn. Like they're using the same seasoning. They're pretty decent. They taste a little bit like these have been frozen for months. But also, so is every other type of chicken tender. You know, like, but it's not the worst. The ranch is actually kind of good. The fact that it's not like a dipping ranch and it's like a dry rub ranch. Point for White Castle. There you go. Shake things up. These are the spicy buffalo rings. It smells like it's gonna be hot as hell. Oh my god. Oh, for that. Tastes like Peter Piper picked the peppers and put them in here himself. Who's eating these while they watch their favorite show? They're like, I love the new Love is Blind, but oh my jeez, Louis. Is it hot in here? Why am I eating it again? I feel like if I was drunk and I had this, instantly sober. Holy Toledo! There's 5 more of those in here. People act like going on roller coasters is an experience. So is eating anything like buffalo spicy from a fast food place. Oh, I drank some of that water and it's still coming back. It's still there! I lost the receipt. Okay, but the boxes are kind of cute. First class upgrade. Steven was flying cross country with a stash of White Castle sliders when he realized that I don't know, they put a story on the back. Cute little boxes for your little sliders. Do like a good presentation. Maybe that'll destroy. Oh, this is the chicken and waffles. I guess this is part of their breakfast menu, but then it was on the other side of the menu. Also, it looks like 2 limp waffles with a... Oh my gosh, they smell like syrupy though. 2 little pieces of bacon, which I usually avoid, and a little chicken patty. I love chicken patty. I've never been offered chicken and waffles in a drive-thru. Was there a dipping option for this, as in syrup or something? It cost me $3.09. Except on the thing it says waffle chicken bacon. I don't think they made these waffles, but if they did, I mean, great job. They got like a mapley taste to them. Something tastes like a corn dog. Is it the chicken or this? Does this taste like the breading off a corn dog? It does. God, I feel like Blue's Clues of the food world. I'm like, can you find the random taste? But the chicken also tastes like the breading off a corn dog. What the fuck? You ever had like a honey corn dog? It's very bland besides like honey. I think it's the same chicken they use in the rings, but it tastes so much like a corn dog. I feel like I'm being pranked. Like, I feel like we're doing math and you're like 2 + 2 is 5. And I'm like, clearly, it's so clearly 4. I can't believe you're not getting that. I don't. Okay, it's not bad. It's not like the worst thing. It needs like a sauce or like a thicker, juicier piece of chicken. They should just call it the chicken and waffle corn dog. And look, and if you don't like it, you can just put it back in this little box. Long live Steven. Who the fuck is Steven? He has his own box. Long live sliders. Is this it? Is this the real slider? Ooh, this one fell out the damn... What happened here? These 2 melted together. No, this is a This is bringing it back. It's all coming back. This is a slider. Limp noodle looking, mini, flattened out. This is a slider. I got 2 of them because if I was in disbelief about it, I wanted to have 2. 2 sliders cost me $2. These are $1. Now, if you're like, hey, it's just $1, it doesn't have to be the best thing you ever had. No, I agree. Paying $1, you get $1 of value. But if the whole damn restaurant is based around the slider, it's what they're known for. The big invention, the big shebang. I mean, they're all about it. And that's what I get? You're kidding. Where are the onions? 2 of them have fallen. We're all seeing that, right? You're gonna tell me, as a 10-year-old, the only other hamburger you've ever had is a McDonald's children's cheeseburger, and you get a mini square burger with booger onions on there, and 1 pickle, no cheese either. I guess I had to ask for cheese. It's soggy too. Like the bottom bun is like, stuck to it. It's not greasy. It's not as greasy as I remember. I remember it being greased, so greasy. We gotta try it. It's all coming back. Tastes okay. The bottom bun is so soggy and infused with the juice, not in a great way. No sauce on it. The whole thing just tastes like the pickles and the smell of McDonald's meat. Tastes like a smell. Why is someone flashing their lights at me? They literally, is it on the thing? Like 3 flashes of a light. You have a problem? What, are they working undercover for the White Castle? They got my car bugged. They're like, talking shit about the sliders. Move in. No. They circle around and have to peel out. Might lose a chicken ring in the process. I mean, was it as bad as I remember? No. Is it extremely underwhelming? Yes. Can I believe that this is what they're known for? No. I feel like we're all just pretending. I thought that car was coming back, and I was like... For $1, it's fine, but it doesn't have to taste bad for $1. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it could be small for $1. It could be missing a whole ingredient for $1. It don't have to taste like nothing. 99 cents of my dollar could go to flavor. This is called a 1921 slider with ghost pepper cheese. I got it because ghost pepper's supposed to be real hot, isn't it? It's $2.39. And it came with lettuce, tomato, and cheese. 39 cents got me 3 more ingredients. There you go. Oh my god. Something on the bottom. Is that the same card? Something on the bottom? Ew. What is on the bottom of that? Something on the bottom that is not right. This is a hard episode because, like, I don't have much to say besides just, like, why are we here? The onions on this one taste like nail polish remover. Like, they were in the middle of cleaning the grill and they're like, throw in a ghost pepper. And they're like, oh my, I'm not done cleaning the grill. They're like, she'll never know. Where's the pickle? My lips are tingling. White Castle being known for sliders 100 years later is like how men on their dating profiles will put like washed up college athlete. Listen, I don't give a shit what sport you played in college. Third baseman on, Division III. That's great. That's what you did. But what do you do? Sliders is what they did. It was revolutionary, innovative. No one was putting the holes in the sliders and the flattening and the meat. It was probably the most innovative, creative, mind-boggling thing back then, but that's what they did. What do they do besides burn my lip? That ghost pepper cheese feels like a temporary tattoo on my taste buds. I feel like I got a paper cut on my lip. And the only thing I had to put on it was ghost pepper cheese. If someone took me to White Castle on a date, was like, I got a surprise. I'm going to take you to a place you probably haven't been before. I would have the restraining order written out, signed, sealed, delivered to his house before he even dropped me off. What are you doing? You thought these chicken rings would impress me? Now we gotta move on. These are fish nuggets. They had mozzarella sticks, they had cheese fries. I think they had onion rings. Fish nuggets? Chicken fingers. They go, oh, chicken rings. Fish sticks. They go, fish nuggets. I mean, what? I want to talk to the marketing person for 30 seconds. You can be different if it's better. But if you're going to be different and it's not going to be that great, I don't think you're getting a raise, my guy. Oh, not nuggets, fish niblets. Fish niblets cost me $3.79. What is on this one? Is that seasoning? Or is that a scale? Fish niblets. I think it's pollock. These were really stinking up the car before, and now I can barely smell them. So I feel like they put a little fish spray on them, and then go, oh, that'll get the taste buds going. That'll get her hungry. Oh, let's try a fish nugget, niblet, whatever. As suspected, you're gonna eat these on a date and then go in for a kiss? Something was fishy. Yeah, her lips. The breading's not good. If you get like a fish patty, like a fish sandwich, has more surface area so the breading is like even with the amount of fish you're getting. This is just like a lot of breading and like mushy gushy fish. If you think I'm being harsh, I apologize. But I've had a vendetta against this place forever, and now is my second chance to really bring it on home. Just confirm my suspicion that I haven't been missing out for 28 years. I've had worse. I've had worse looking. I've had worse smelling. Dare I say the fish is probably the best thing in the bag. You know, if I think the fish is the best thing off the menu that I ordered, we're in trouble. This tastes like when you turn in an essay and when you get your grade back, it's just like a C, like across the board it's a C. And the notes that the teacher put in didn't put like, work on paragraph 2, work on your opening. The teacher just writes on the paper, interesting. Interesting, like, wow, great topic. Interesting, like, great sentence structure. Loved how you used a long sentence and a short sentence and like a interesting either means you're failing the class, or interesting is like, she thinks different. She does good work, just essays aren't her thing. Fish niblets from White Castle? Interesting. Okay, the last thing in here, when I was handed this item, at the same time they go, did you need any sauces, and handed me this. And I was so confused about what this frozen block was, pre-packaged, that I was like, no, I don't need any sauces. And what the fuck is this? It's a Twinkie in a bag. They have parfaits. They had like these cakes. I ordered a gooey butter cake on a stick. On a stick. They're putting cake on sticks. What's weird with cake on a plate? Cake with a fork. Cake on a stick. They're sitting around the room, instead of making the food better, they're just making it more different. Cake on a stick. Fish in a niblet. Look, okay? I love butter cakes. I do. It's good until next March. There's instructions on here? Oh my, why do I have instructions? This product may be enjoyed straight from the refrigerator. They didn't throw a microwave in my car. If a softer texture is desired, allow this product to stand at room temp for 5 to 10 minutes. Thawing in the microwave is not recommended. Oh, I didn't need a microwave. It'd be funny if they gave this to me and they're like, just throw that on the dash for about 5-10 minutes and that should be good to go. Just hold this up to the heat vent for about 5 minutes. Should be good. What? The food should be prepared before it hits my window. It should be ready to consume. This has been a thing since 2021. They make these on Edgar Waldo Way in Columbus, Ohio. His real name is Edgar Waldo Billy Ingram. Butter cake. Ooh, it smells buttery. You think gooey would imply, I don't know. This cost me $2.33. Why is it on a stick? It looks crumbly, like a cheesecake crumble or like a, I don't know, like a different kind of omelet crumble cake, I guess. It's dry as hell and a little bit freezer burnt. That's how I like my desserts. It might be fast food, but it's not fast to thaw. You know what I'm saying? I also feel like all the food is such small portions that by the time that you ate the whole thing, you haven't even realized you don't like it yet. Look at this little tiny stick I get as a little souvenir. Absolutely bonkos. I'm gonna give this other slider another go. We're gonna act like these are my favorite thing in the world. Oh, these are so, I love a good slider. These are so good. These are just the best thing. I love driving 20 minutes out to come get their sliders. Cheap, dollar, easy meal. The meat has holes in it. It's great. I'm just on my lunch break. I have like 15 minutes. Good thing this is so small. It's a little soggy, so it's helping it go down. Yeah, I didn't want lettuce or cheese, or didn't really want a whole lot of that. So good. Not gonna lie, that made it taste better. I guess when you believe in the food, you like it more. Maybe everyone working on White Castle's just working on a hope and a dream. And they've been around for 100+ years. I think they had their 100-year anniversary in 2021. So who am I to say? I'm a hypocrite. I'm picky. It's my job to come on here and say funny things about weird tasting food. Okay? Do I hope it stays around forever? Sure, have at it. The first burger chain and the one still going. You want to hold that title forever? Be my guest. You go do that. You celebrate that. Steven, this experience has been something else. It really has. Please comment down below if you have a White Castle near you, if you've ever been to White Castle, and what do you get? Oh my, please fight for it in the comments. Please tell me what your favorite thing on the menu is. I will not judge you if you love White Castle and you go there, but just tell me what you're getting and tell me your why, your who, what, where, when, how, why. If you've never been to one, you'd never go to one, and you've never even seen one in person, what would you get out of the stuff that I got? Take your pick. You want a stick? You want a ring of meat? Like and subscribe. Do all the things. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And if you like this video, I have a bunch more. I've done at least, I think, 7 other of these. Go in the playlist called Never Have I Ever on my channel. There's like 7 of these. Oh, please comment down below where I should go next. That powder from the chicken rings is all over the place. This is Bonko's Land. This is probably the restaurant that I hate the most. I guess I'm happy that I never have to come back. Only up from here, baby. What am I doing with my life? Good thing I scheduled the next 7 hours to be on the toilet. I'm gonna need it. You know what? I should probably call off work right now. Hey, I'm not gonna make it in tomorrow. Car problems. It's stuck in a White Castle parking lot. I was just using their bathroom.